All righty. Yesterday, as many of you know, I went to file my documents at the UPND Secretariat. Many of you know I am running for mayor of this town, something I thought I would never do, but here I am, I'm doing it. And when I got there, you know, because I seek advice from people. You know, people that have walked the road. How many people know that the best person to give you advice is the person that has walked that road? Because they know the crevices, they know the little indentations in the road, they know the little potholes. And so I called my friend, the mayor of Livingston, you know, Constance Mulebai. I phoned her up and I said, look, I need some advice. I'm going to go file. What do you think? What do I do? What shouldn't I do? And she gave me some really, really good advice, you know. And she says to me, she says, well, first thing you do is don't go filing with any ward representation. Don't do that. Just, you know, if you've got a few supporters, galvanize them and don't go crazy. Because, you know, with these events, people go crazy with money and you know, and not that I have truckloads of it, but my point is, you know, don't unnecessarily spend money where you don't have to. It's a filing, okay? It's not the Nuremberg trials. So she said, you know, keep it simple, you know, have a few core people that you think will support you in this bid. When you get to the Secretariat, there are people already there. So you don't have to go with a gang of people. Just sort of go with the flow and mingle, talk to people, you know, be friendly and you'll be fine. So I got there and I did exactly that. You know, when I got there, I found, you know, these women that are consistently there. And these are women that I've seen over the years, many, many times in different settings, different places. UPND, these are UPND surrogates. These are women that have UPND flowing through their blood. These ladies, you know, fantastic women. So I found them there and now here's the thing. When I got there, the moment I walked into the room where, you know, you file, there's a character and you guys have seen him. He's a kada. He's one of these violent kadas that just all he ever does is walk through City Market and Simon Mwewa Lane Market and he extorts money from marketeers. I don't know his real name. He goes by the name of Black Elephant. And that's the thing with these kadas. They never want to tell you their names because they don't want you to know their government names because they're usually involved in criminality or they're usually involved in something that they're not supposed to be doing. So I walk into this room and this guy from the jump, him and we've never gotten along because he's a thief. He's a thief, he's a thug, he's this, that, and the other. And the moment he saw me, he starts screaming. It's on video. I'll show you the video here in a moment. Well, I'll show it in post. He starts screaming right there in the Secretariat. He starts saying, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. My guys have been arrested because of you. His guys, meaning there's a group of youth that were arrested by the police because they were sexually harassing women on the road. You know, these boys that pretend to sell clothes, every girl that walks by, they would grab the women's arms and start, you know, harassing them. And so when the police came, they arrested those boys. Those are the boys he was referring to. He says, my boys have been arrested because of you. And what are you doing here? You've got no right to be here. I looked at him and I said, I've got every right to be here. What are you going to do? Shoot me? What are you going to do? Kill me? I'm here to file. So I finally did. I filed it. And, you know, afterwards I walked around, mingled. And I tell you, for the most part, I was, as was everybody else. You know, I don't want you to think that I was treated any differently from anybody. Charmaine, I saw Charmaine there, and I was very happy to see her and Keith and all these people that were there, and it was just you know what it was? I must tell you, it felt, apart from that one experience with that black elephant, apart from that one experience, the whole event, I felt really good about it because I walked away feeling happy. I walked away feeling glad, and it was, and I love that feeling. What usually characterizes these types of events in any political setting and from any political sphere, usually what happens is there's usually confusion, there's fighting, there's arguing, there's this, that, and the other. I didn't really see that here. What I saw was camaraderie. What I saw was cohesiveness. What I saw was not oneness of mind, because, you know, everybody has their own agenda. Everybody wants to be adopted. But what I did feel was just a sense of oneness. Do you feel that? Did you get that vibe because I went live for the whole thing, you know? And here it is. You need to print another cap for TV. The text should be backwards, like the ambulance label. Indeed. Indeed. And then somebody was asking me about regalia. They said to me, but why don't you wear the regalia? I will. And the time for that is going to come. And I'll tell you now, the process of adoption, I would imagine, we will know in under 2 weeks who's going to be running and representing the party for the city of Lusaka. And may the best person win. And I've made my position very clear. I do not intend in any way to stand as an independent candidate, perchance that they do not select me. If they don't select me as their candidate, I have no gumption. Honey, I have no desire to run for independent. What I will do, though, is I will rally behind whoever they select. And I mean that when I say that. I do. Because, you know, at this stage of my life, I don't need to stress about that. You just go with the flow, honey, and you just roll with the punches. Go with the flow, roll with the punches. Right. Finally, at least you filed a nomination. I need to watch the video of the whole thing. Bo Allen, I see you, girl. Who's that? Erica? Is that Erica? Only criminals are scared of you, and we are ready to defend you with my strongest gang of cadres from Northmead. Really? You have a gang of cadres from Northmead? Are they mean? Are they gargantuan? They got them big arms? Are you serious? Can they throw down? Now, I gotta tell you, most of these guys, they don't realize, and I know I've shared this before, and I'll share it again. Many of these cadres, they don't know the type of danger they're in when they corner me. If a situation arises where they corner me and they surround me, and I have no choice but to defend myself. These guys have absolutely no idea how much danger they're in, because there'd be two hits. I would hit them and they would hit the ground. That's just how serious it is. And you know, I mean, I took a course in karate when I was a teenager, and I know the quarter blood technique, which is a very dangerous, deadly, dare I say, lethal technique, and I wouldn't want to use it. I wouldn't even want to use that technique on my worst enemy. That's how dangerous it is. Okay, let's be clear. All righty. Let's see. UP something or other. I need to read your comments. Who's that? Monday Chandamalanga. Honestly speaking, I pray that you're the one selected to represent Lusaka Town, because so far you're the best. Well, thank you. Who is that? Is that Prince Abel? I appreciate that. I do. Well, hey guys, I gotta go. I'm going to Bowleni. I'm going to Bowden. Can you believe it? I'm going to Bowleni. They say Bowleni. Bowden. I'm meeting a couple of people there. We're doing I'm not even sure what it is. It might be a rally. I don't know. You know, we might talk to people over there. We might not. You know, you just got to roll with the punches. All righty. You can always tell when I've run out of things to say. You know how you can tell? that I've come to the end of my dissertation? When I repeat myself a lot. When I start saying the same thing over and over again, that's when you know, oh, he's run out of things to say. He's out there like a ship in the sea, boy. But you're not a teen anymore, Mwewa. Catherine Shawa. A teen? Honey, I don't have to be a teen. Do you have any idea the type of power that's embedded in these here biceps? You know how fast I am. Now, that's a bit of a Ebonics there, okay? Black Americans, they don't say fast. They say fast. You know how fast I am? I'm quick, boy. Fast. You know, I was thinking yesterday when this Black Apple, what's his name? Not Black Apple, Black Elephant. What a ridiculous name. Honestly, that has got to be the most ridiculous name I've ever heard. I was thinking of well, I don't want to share that story. I gotta go. It's a Kwa Bowden. That's right, Kwa Bowden. Not in Bowlani. It's Kwa Bowden. I gotta go. I have to go. I have to pack. Here, let me show you. I've got my bag. And then, all righty. I've got to get my money. Because you need a bit of cash now. Right. Right. Okay. And then, so what I do is before I go live, I usually, I try to be as minimalistic as possible. So I get rid of all the extra stuff in the back there. But as soon as I'm done with my live, I put everything back. So for example, okay, see this trumpet? I'll take the trumpet and put it back where it belongs, which is here. Yeah? I'll sit it there. And then I'll take this here. I'm a big ornament fan. I'll take that and set it on here. I'll just set it on here. Right? Put that there. And then I'll turn off my air conditioning system. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that on camera. If I'm going to adjust my slacks, I should be doing that somewhere else. All right. Right. I got to go. Is there anything you want to ask me before I go? Ask me. Ask me. God is with you all the way. Thank you, Erica. Save Lusaka. Well, I don't think one individual can save Lusaka. I think it's a cohesive effort, is what I'm trying to tell you. And God is with you all the time. Thank you. Kaetel Mane, Chipo. That is very tacky. Never, guys, here, let me show you. Let me highlight this because some Zambians, they don't have tact. You know what tact is? You can't go on a live and start begging people for money. That is the most tactless thing that I have ever heard. You may think that it's cool. It's not. It speaks volumes about your character. How do you just get on a live and start asking, post your number and then start asking people for money? Who are you? Who are you? We don't even know you. What's the money for? What do you need money for? And if you do need it, who are you? What is it? What are you doing? You know, Zambians think, no, let me just post my number there. And they'll give me some money. Well, honey, if you want some money, go work for it. Get off of that blessed assurance and get out of that bed of lethargy and do something for a change, son. Good Lord. Must we teach you everything? That drives me nuts. Anyway, I gotta go. And I bet you somebody on here is gonna say, oh, Mwewa, you're just not giving. You're just selfish as hell. Well, I don't know. Tell us about Black Elephant. Well, I was gonna tell you that story, but, well, okay, here it is. I'll tell you. You know, do you guys remember Kennedy Kamba? Do you remember Kennedy Kamba? He was, during the PF, he was the be all and end all. He was the big dog, okay? He was the National Youth Chairman of the PF. Ooh, he was powerful. He walked in here like he used to walk through here like a peacock, like he owned stuff. Okay. Well, Kennedy Kamba, and he was a scoundrel too, boy. I tell you, I don't mean to alarm you, but boy, I tell you, he put the letter S in scoundrel. It's true. What am I saying? Remember when Innocent Kalimanshi was attacked at the UPND Secretariat? Remember that? Kennedy Kamba was seen in the video acting like he was trying to stop people from attacking innocent Kalimanshi. Well, it came out later that actually Kennedy Kamba was one of the people that orchestrated and encouraged the PF cadres to beat up innocent Kalimanshi. But on camera, he's seen pretending to stop the assailants. No, leave him alone. But on the side, he was saying, just beat the hell out of him. Would you do it for me? When we got them on, so that you'll know why fish have scales. No, he's our brother. Just allow him to come through. He will know why birds fly with multiple feathers. There is nothing worse than a traitor. A person that pretends to be for you, but really they're holding a dagger behind their back. Yeah. Now you're a country guy. It's true. I gotta go. I'm gonna be late. Okay. All right, gotta go. Thanks for watching. Bye.